Hello, this video I will be talking about how to diagnose this diabetes and what are the symptoms of diabetes. Diabetes mellitus is in which blood sugar, blood glucose level goes up drastically. In this, what we can see is what are the symptoms like. Let us take the symptoms first. What will be the symptoms? Symptoms are like polyuria, polydipsia, and weight loss. These are three classic types of diabetes mellitus. The polyuria means patient has to go to bathroom to pass urine multiple times. Even in night he has to get up and go for the micturition or passing the urine. And polydipsia means he gets too much of thirsty. He has to drink multiple amount of water because he is losing out fluid from his body through urine. And because along with urine he loses glucose also, which is the energy for the body that is lost. So because of this he loses weight also. These are three classical signs, triad of clinical symptoms in diabetes mellitus. Diabetes mellitus can be multiple types. Two major types are type 1 and type 2. Type 1 there is no insulin. Type 2 there is insulin, but it is not effective. It's not acting. There is a resistance to action in the body. So, how do you diagnose? How do you make a diagnosis of diabetes mellitus? Diabetes mellitus, you can, if somebody comes to me, usually what I advise them to do a fasting plasma glucose level. Fasting plasma glucose level is a patient has to starve or should not take any food for last 8 hours. So it is usually overnight test. Overnight they will have dinner and they will come in the morning. Usually 8 hours you will get. They can drink water. Apart from water, they should not drink any nutritive food. So when they test, it is come more than fasting plasma glucose level come more than 126. You can always label it as diabetes mellitus. Also, one can do in the fasting stage. If the patient comes, you give him 75 grams of glucose and test after 2 hours. It comes more than 200. Once again, you can make it diabetes mellitus. And any random blood glucose, random means no relation to any food intake or fasting or whatever. When you do, patient comes to you regardless of his food intake and do a blood sugar level, and it comes more than 200, and he has a classical features which I already told you. The classical symptoms of diabetes can make a diagnosis of diabetes. Recently, there is a HbA1c test is there that has been added. If it comes more than 6.5, one can make a diagnosis of mellitus. However, all these tests has to be done in a separate setting in a different day to reconfirm to make the diabetes mellitus. Only single reading does not make the diagnosis of diabetes mellitus. The test has to be repeated. Preferably the same test has to be repeated on a different day, and if it both are positive, we can make a diagnosis of diabetes mellitus. Thank you. For further information, you can log into www.childhooddiabetes.in or eatdiabetesmellitus.com. Thank you.